This is dissipating? Yes. I do not mean what I am feeling. It is, how can I put this? The darkness of the dark, that which you are living in, the nuclear winter. It is still a nuclear winter, but how can I explain this? It is like, yes, imagine, do you know how the sun rays sometimes come through the clouds and you will see the lights coming through? It is like, not 1,000 little sparks of that have begun to shine through, but they're small yet. But they're shining through the heavy nuclear winter that you are in. And it is just starting to shine through. And it is breaking up. It is beginning to break up the nuclear winter there. It is, that is what is happening. It is breaking up. And you must allow it to do so. You must allow it to do so. It is going to go no matter what. It is decided. There's not a million, there's 1,000. There is 1,000 like sun rays, not individual rays, like spots with rays coming out from it that are beginning to shine through the nuclear winter. And it is uncomfortable and beautiful at the same time, because you did not realize how thick and dark it was. It is very thick. The light is coming in. It will be changing rapidly, slowly. God is adjusting the rate at which it changes. Light will come in. He is carefully aware of how the light is affecting. It is changing. It is going away. All the things that have been built up. All the, I will call it structures, but it's ways in which lives are organized, organizations. It is going away. It is not coming back. It is not going to be like that. It is not. No, just let it go. Just let it go. Just let it go. Do not be afraid. Just let it go. Do not run. Just be quiet and allow yourself to see and be in the light. Imanahite. He is already here. The coming is not coming as though it is something far off, or it is just something yet to happen. He is already here. But He is acting kindly and with compassion. He will do it at just the right pace and just the right way to make it as comfortable as possible. He will not allow it to. No, He's not. He's not. He will not allow those who are determined to continue to be have these false controlling structures to continue to be fed. Those who have been resisting divinity, those who find God uncomfortable, real God, the source of all light God. Those who find him uncomfortable, where powers that be try to control, limit what it was showing to us. And they did manage to, it was squashed down and held at bay to a point. And now what it is happening, it is like a farce. Yes. And now what is happening, it is a farce. What it was is that the dividing was occurring. It began it's been going on for some time. It was culminating. Yes. Culminating. And then the farce began. The farce had been going on before, but it was sort of like, let us try a little light and see how they react. But all the confusion and dark and muddled, and it overwhelmed and tried to obscure the light again, as it always has. Many tricks and false lights have tried to come up and to distract. There are powers that are not of earthly origins, but which have been controlling and manipulating earth from many sides, that have been trying to orchestrate distractions to divine light, feeling that if they can do such, that they could give more time. They could get more time. Do more maneuvering. They're big on maneuvering. Get more people to align with them. And then say to God, look, this percentage number are aligned with us. So therefore, you have to honor their free will and give us more time. That is so silly. It's ridiculous. There is no percentage. God does not work on percentages. Souls are not percentages. You cannot say this percentage of souls want this and this percentage of souls want that, so therefore you must abide by it. That is ridiculous and laughable. And they are now scared. Because they knew they were maneuvering and tricking and lying all the time. And they thought they were smart. Because they were allowed time. And there were so many allowances made. And in those allowances, they became haughty. And thought it would continue on. They could maneuver things on. And it is not going to continue. Because God is here now. And he is assessing, and each soul is valuable. And those souls which have been maneuvered into these situations, he knows the divinity. You see only the soul outside of the soul. You cannot see the divinity of them. But God can and does. They are not going to lie. They are going to be fighting against God. But they are not doing it in an obvious way. They are doing it in an underhanded and sneaky way, trying to slowly make the ground move. But God is already here. They think that they are going to say, look at all my little spaceships. Look at all my empires. Oh, how funny. They are going to go to. It's all going away. Because that which has been the order of the day for so long is now being seen clearly. And the divine of God is calling to each of the souls and calling out to them and realigning them And all with that which is not realigned, has not been aligned, or has been obscured by cords and trickery. All those will be quickly dissipated and non-existent. There is going to be quite a shift. Okay, people have used that term. But this is not what they were thinking of at the time. There is going to be a reverberation through all that the souls, all that is of souls, created by souls and involving souls, through all the dimensions and all the ages. There's going to be a reverberation and a realigning and cleansing. Be quiet. Do not fight. Do not fight. Just allow. Allow. We are not waiting any longer. There is not a waiting. It is already happening. It is not that we are waiting. And we have already told her this. We have already shown her this. She wanted to hold back. She says, but what if I say, it is already beginning? And then from their experience, they do not see that it is beginning. They do not see it for 5 years or 10 years or 20 years. You're letting the fears. You're letting their fears that they have placed in upon you to get you to you are seeing with human eyes in the nuclear winter. You are seeing with human eyes. Already the divinity is awakening in all. It is awakening. It is moving. It's aligning. It is awakening. The lights are breaking through. It is already. We are not waiting. You do not have to. When will you see it? In the nuclear winter, when will you see it? You're already seeing it. But you do not recognize it because all you have seen is wars and pains, repeated. And so how could you understand? You think, you just see with the eyes of pain and what is that? Subjugation. I am already here. I am already here. I will be kind. I will be compassionate. But I will not hold back. Everything is changing. Do not try to keep it. Do not try to hold it back onto it. And do not say, if I let go of this, I will have nothing, because you're about to see the divine. You're about to be the divine. It will be in all of all, everywhere, and you will shine. There is light. There is light, and I will be compassionate. Do not want to know when, because it's already now. It is already now. It is unfolding. And if you are quiet, you will see it. And you will feel it. Just allow. Just allow. Okay. My hand feels like a song. Does that make any sense? Gotcha, wait a second. It is like, yes. It is like my body feels like a song. I do not know of any other way. Yes, but it feels like a physical song. It is very interesting. Oh, okay. Okay. It's not like what we think. It is not like what we've been told. We have been told, those who have heard of the Bible and or have cultures that are related to the Bible, have been told that when God comes, when Yeshua comes, that it will be in a warlike way, saving and warring at the same time. That is of the manipulations and limits of the cultures which have been controlling those of earth, those terms and ideas. There is no warring. It's hilarious. They cannot war against God and the divine. It is impossible. It is impossible. There is not a war that is going to happen. It is not there's going to be destruction and debris and yes, there is. Maybe technically there you could say it is debris because that which is there and is of what is here is going to be done away with, but it is like a disappearing floof into light. It is like sparkle dust as it dissipates and no longer exists. There will not be ruins and oh no, it is not going to be that. It is going to be brilliant and light and wonderful and opening and poof. And you guys are resisting because you are so warlike. The concept of war and battles is in everything you do. I swear you can't think of a battle for I'm going to fight this, I'm going to fight that, I'm going to battle of the bulgers. Everything's a battle in a war. It's all a man. You guys, just calm down. Just relax. Who has convinced you that everything must be a battle? That everything is a war? When you are aligned with the divine, things run smoothly. It's only when you are not aligned with the divine, you meet resistance, and and you push through it. Oh my goodness, you've been pushing against your divinity forever. Stop it. Just stop it. Just stop it. And you are afraid that by saying these things, that if it does not unfold in the way that imaginations have imagined, that others may not listen or ignore. It does not matter. It will go well with them if they know what's going on, because you're such a battling, warring cuckoos. That, yes, it was like, oh, the sun is bright. Let's go fight it and put on sunglasses and hats and sunblock and all kinds of silly things. And let's go out and shoot rockets at the sun because it's shining at us, because you're crazy people. Okay, you're just crazy. But you know how sometimes a young child well, we need to, their parents are trying to get them to do something that's going to be for their benefit, but the child has another plan in mind. And so the parent tries to pick up the child. The child arches their back and slides down the parent's legs and is like running through this door, darting in and out of every little thing here and there, causing a disaster everywhere they go. And their parents thinking, I'm trying to do something good for them. They're going to love it as soon as they get there. And the child just goes, ah! And then the parent tries to get him and they hide under here and scooting under there and knocking things. This is what you are doing, you crazy kids. You are, every time you're wiggling out of God's hands, you're sliding down here and jumping into that fire and this fire, saying, I want this, I want this, ah! And it's like, you don't even like this. I want this pair of pants, but these are pants for adults. I want this over here. You don't even like it. And you're just screaming and running and grabbing everything in your sight and making a big, huge. You are creating any disasters that are occurring. God is just sitting there shaking his head thinking, oh, and he will take you and he will bring you to the light. And it'll be beautiful. And yes, you will keep trying to get away, but it will make a difference because it's going to happen. So if you want it to be easier, for just calm down. Just calm down because, yes, God exists outside of time. So the fact that he is already there and already doing this and it's already occurring, it's already happening. But you inside of time will keep running around, prolonging from your experience the uncomfortableness. If you just quiet down and settle down and breathe a little, you'll see it's already here. It's already here. And if you can just do that, it's going to be whoosh and quickly done. Just breathe. Quit wiggling. Just allow the light to come through. See what's actually going on. Okay. That was hilarious. It was beautiful and hilarious. I could see it, the nuclear winter of where we are, where this plane is at. Dark, thick. It's not just the clouds are thick. It's like everything is thick and rotting and just like radioactive and disintegrating and just falling apart. And it's like these rays of beautiful light are coming in and it's making everything like, what was that thing in that movie? That movie I didn't really like. It's something about some robot or Wall-E, yes, and they find a plant. Divinity light is trying to shine through and have all the little lights and brights and happy and joy come in, and they're like, get it. And it's hilarious because it's like, it's breaking through little bits here and there, everywhere. And it's going to be all gone. All the nuclear winter is going to be gone. All the manipulation is going to be gone. All the concept of an idea of lies are going to be gone. It's just going to all be truth and light, and all those stupid ones who had more. They were not as deep and dark. There were those. Okay. You ever heard the expression, the blind leading the blind? There are those who thought they could see more, and they were purposefully leading those on earth into situations that were for their benefit. They were purposely keeping earth in the darkest of the dark and not letting them get into much lighter, because they made them look smarter and brighter and whatever, and they could take advantage of all the ones in the darkest of the dark. God knows they're in trouble. It's not gonna be there anymore. Okay? It's being taken. It's being dismantled right now. Not it will be. It's being dismantled right now. So all of this is going to be very big adjustment change, but it's going. Once you get fully into the divinity, and all the darkness is, and all the gunk is, you're going to be very comfortable. It's not like I don't know what to do now. It's not going to be like that, because that is what you always were. And you will immediately feel great, wonderful, comfortable, know just what to do, and you're just going to take off in your creativity and fun.